What's good, guys? Dave here, getting any outdoors. And those of you that were following my Instagram feed for the last little bit, you probably noticed that I tripped across a couple old Sportspals last week. I brought them into the fortress. I'm gonna give them a bit of a going over. Well, let's have a little look at this baby. What's it say over here? Serial number 3248. That would put that thing way back in about the early 70s. And underneath this sticker, there's the original stamp. Sportspal, North Bay. What's this? This here is not sticking. I was told that was roofing cement. They tried a few things to stop some leaking. That nose cone is not original on this boat. That explains this big gap right here. Too big of a gap. That was actually just pinched off aluminum. Probably what it's going to be again. What else is going on here? Oh, big gob of aluminum up in there. Only one rib missing out of the whole thing. That's kind of cool. Gob of spray guts up in there. Tells me this thing leaked like a sieve. How bad of a sieve? Yet to be seen. But it's going to get over that little problem in a hurry. So my next step is going to be tearing all this crap off that I don't need. These old heavy duty barn door handles are coming off. I'll have to scratch all that business off that doesn't stick anyways. So my first steps are going to be knocking off all this stuff that's going to be garbage. I'm going to take out the old liner. It's all breaking down. I'm going to number all the ribs, so when I go to put them back in, I'll have an idea where they go. Whatever this is. Nothing. Anyways, that's going to go in the garbage. That way I can start tearing off gobs of foam like that. This stuff, this plastic's actually not supposed to be on this canoe, so it's going to out the door. Alright, I have all that foam stuff off. I have the liner out of it. It's a little dirty inside, but not too bad other than that. One thing I'm going to be doing next is, see these things? These little dents and divots. They're not real bad, but I'll be doing a little thumping and banging to knock those out. Got the gumballs out of her. Kind of a neat idea. Doesn't look very nice. Sunburnt and all that. But might have plugged the holes. This is wet, so I don't think it did very well. There's some big holes and crevasses and stuff, so that the water's still going to kind of get in, but you might have little pockets of water if it does seal it off. Don't know, but I'm not using that. Alright, what I'm going to do, this hammer, dents, I'm going to smash them all. Smack all the dents back over. What can I tell you about doing that? Some people use two hammers. Problem with that, I find, is if you're taking two steel hammers, hammering away on the aluminum, your aluminum is going to get hammered thin between the two hard-headed steel hammers. So what I like to employ is hardwood block. Hardwood's going to be softer than the aluminum, but still rigid enough that it's going to take some of the shock and allow you to straighten the aluminum. But your boat should be your boat. Do it however you want. Just what I do. So I'm gonna start smashing away on this. I'm not gonna make you guys listen to it. This is gonna be noisy. So I'll get you back in here when I'm done smacking. All right. My next step is going to be trying to clean all these interior seams up in there where the gumballs are. This stuff. That seam, those, you get the picture. I'm going to be using like a scratch pad, a stiff bristled brush, a couple of rags, some degreaser or dish soap, or even brake cleaner works pretty good too. Anything to knock the oily, greasy residue that could be on there. Alright, get you all set up here. Just put it in there nice and neat. Just do that, but everywhere. When this canoe was built, it didn't need these little plastic nose caps, so that's coming off. This handle here is a barn door handle looking thing. I don't want that on there either. So I guess I'll tear that off right now. I've got a pair of vice grips holding the bottom of it. I'm just going to drill the heads off the rivet. This big gap here tells me this doesn't belong in there. Ew, mud. This nice little spindle looking aluminum tip is exactly what I want to find. So I'm going to clean that up. Get the mud and crud and worms and stuff out of there. And we'll be good. This is going to look super cute. Ew. Now, just like making peanut butter sandwiches, I just smear it all around. Make sure I'm covering everything I want covered. If this leaks, the only person I'm going to blame, I guess, is me. This is just a chunk of flat rubber, nothing special. Wet rag, wet. All I'm doing is tapping around all the screw heads and seams so that the sealant is totally covering every screw, every seam, so that I don't have any issues at all when I dump it in a little swimming pool over there. This side doesn't have to be too cute, because I am going to seal the outside as well. However, where the keel is, I cannot seal from the outside, so I'm going to do a very good job. Make sure the inside's done. Man, I do pretty work. Just ask my wife. Say like it's the opposite of pretty stuff. Yep. Next, there's a bunch of roofing cement. I'm gonna take this thing and pack it all up. I'm gonna tilt you down. Let's see what I'm up to. Good enough. So I'm going to do a whole bunch of that until this whole surface is clean enough to put sealant on. So this is going to take a while. Lots of that. So hang on. Okay. Now I'm going to reseal it with that same resealant. I'm going to hit all the seams or any little dings and dents and holes that are cracked for sure. I'm going to reseal them. This is the same marine sealant. This stuff just happens to be white. It's either white or gray. That's how we use it. This happens to be white. Got her all. Got her all sealed up. Just got to take a bit of a stick. Doesn't matter if this is just an aluminum stick. Anyways, I'm gonna just make little swirls wherever I want and cover up all the stuff I want covered. If your sealant is not sticking correctly, it's probably because you don't have the surface cleaned quite well enough. Want to make sure when you're cleaning it, you give it a good scratching. Okay. Now you're going to take a wet rag and you're just going to tap it down all the way around your screw heads. You guys can't see very good. Here, let me help you a bit. There, a little better. Around your screw heads and all the little bits you want covered. I'm going to just give her a little tap. Got the little pond right there, and now I'm going to make sure that little baby don't leak. I'm just going to let her sit there for a few moments. I'm going to grab a pencil in case it leaks and mark it. Ooh, even better. Not a pencil. We need one of these things. So I'm going to be looking for any little spots on the seams or the screw heads where water's going to try and get through there. Put a little pressure on the seams. There's no leaky stuff. Push down the end. That clinking and clacking and stuff like that is going to disappear as soon as I get some liner and ribs in. That's what it does. Stops there. Right in here, Fast Eddie's paint shop. Well, not Fast Eddie's Star Paint Shop, but that's Fast Eddie. Turning him loose on the painting today. That way I can sit here and look pretty. Good job, Eddie. Little Eddie laying down paint. It's gonna look so cool, guys. Woohoo! Oh, I'm a little more excited over that. I'm gonna put corn dogs on. I'm gonna put corn dogs on there. And here we go. This is kind of the finished paint job that I've accomplished. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the sponsons on next, the liner, put the ribs back in, put a yoke in there, a seat kind of deal, and yeah, I've got videos on me doing that rest of that stuff somewhere on this guy's channel. So check it out, come across those if you're in need of that stuff. I'm long-winded enough as it is on this one. Got a little deeper than I was expecting, so you should be subscribed to this channel right here, this one, if you want to see more stuff. Here she is, guys, a little lady in her 60s. She's beautiful as can be. Fresh coat of makeup on there, some new jewelry. Oh, look at this, gorgeous. Ooh, check out the curves on that. Anyways, if you guys want to see more stuff from me, you're gonna have to subscribe, like, share, wherever those buttons are. I'm going to put a foam seat up in there in case my darling wife wants to go for a ride. Nice romantic row. You guys know how that works. I do have another one of these old beat up babies, and it's way worse than this one. So if you guys have any ideas on what I should do with that, drop a comment. Hey, share this around and find yourself out on the water. This thing's going to get out on some pond this weekend. I gotta take it for a test drive. Ooh, duck season's coming. Interesting. Thanks again, guys.